Hey pretty people, it's Sarah. Today is Tuesday, or tonight is Tuesday night rather, and I'm here to share one of my favorite recipes. It's not necessarily a holiday recipe, it's more like an autumn-ish kind of recipe, but you can actually make it anytime. I mean, as with all good treats, you can make them anytime you want to. So, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for apple crisp, is what I like to call it. I pretty much take a little pan that's oven safe, and I cut up 2 large apples. I peel them too, and I cut them into squares, and then I add it with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt, and then I let that kind of sit, and then I make the crust part, and the crust part is kind of like a cookie crumble, and I actually have the recipe right here. This is my ghetto cookbook. So it starts at the beginning. I turned it inside out because I liked the inside of the cover better than the outside, and I just pretty much like write down recipes and then kind of staple them in here, or like I'll print them off and then alter them because I like to tweak recipes. I've got like cookies and cinnamon rolls and peach crumble and cheesecake, but the one recipe that I've perfected that I wanted to share with you, like I said, was the apple crisp. So I pretty much already told you how to make the apple part of it, and then the crust part of it is 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of oil, and I use grapeseed oil. You could use olive oil, you can use any kind of oil really. I just prefer to use oil over butter, especially grapeseed oil because it's supposed to be better for you. So, so I do that, and then I add 1/3 cup of oats, and then maybe like a tablespoon of oats on the side to like crumble over the top once you've mixed it all together. And then also 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, or imitation vanilla extract. Sometimes I really like adding extra vanilla extract. I think it makes it taste more cookie-ish, if that's even a word. But anyway, you pretty much start out mixing the sugar portions together with the oil and mix that up really good until you've got kind of like a syrupy schloffy kind of mix, and then you add like the cinnamon and the vanilla and the salt, and then you mix the flour in, maybe a tablespoon at a time, because you really want it to be really good and mixed up, especially because well, I don't use an egg beater or like a blender, hand blender. I always blend by hand, so I like to add the flour in very slowly so that it's very well mixed in, but that's just me. I'm a perfectionist, kind of like that, pretty much. And then once you have the dough all mixed up, then I like to add the oats, so that the oats are kind of like, clumped together in this cookie kind of dough. And then I cover the apples with this crumble mix, and I kind of pat it down with a fork, and then I'll put it in a 375-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Depending on where you are, you might need to cook it a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. I mean, depending on your oven and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's actually really easy to do, and I do it a lot. So if you guys try it, you should let me know, or at least you guys should write it down for later if you ever get the hankering to want to make this. I think it goes really well with vanilla ice cream. That's just my personal preference. Okay guys, so that was my recipe. I'm gonna end it here before I start droning on and on about things that are not important or relevant to the content of this video. I hope you enjoyed my recipe. I really loved sharing it. I loved hearing Miss Pam's holiday treat recipe, and I'm looking forward to hearing what else people have to share in terms of like good holiday snacky recipes, because I could definitely use some new ones. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, guys, take care. Bye.